It's a really hard word to say.
Hey guys, it's Cozybug and welcome back to my channel. Paralives, another new life sim, just released a super exciting gameplay video. Let's take a look. Paralives was first announced back in 2019. It's crazy to think about how it started. A single developer with a vision. Before we dive into this newest video, I just want to commend the dev team for how beautiful this game looks and sounds. You can tell this game is coming from a place of passion. It's giving very cozy vibes. It has my stamp of approval. Let's take a closer look at what's been shown. Starting with the personality creation. This has been split into a few different categories. First, we have a stats section. It's very reminiscent of the personality point system from The Sims 2. I think a lot of OG Sims fans will be very excited to see a feature like this again. There are currently 4 categories to add points to. I do know a little bit about what each stat relates to. Of course, everything is still subject to change. First is physique. This is how well your character will do when it comes to physical strength, agility, and general health. Mind is how good your character will be at things like problem solving, logic, and mathematics. Creativity is the ability of your parafolks to create. And charisma, which is for all things related to communication and leadership. It looks like each character starts with a base set of points in each of the categories, and you have 3 more points you can add wherever you like. You can take points away from those base stats to give your character a boost in other stats. However, the stats you take away from will cause your character to be disadvantaged in that stat, which will have an effect on gameplay. Next up is the character's vibe. Currently, it looks like there are 8 vibes to pick from. Overjoyed, grumpy, gloomy, energetic, serious, anxious, peaceful, and jester. I'm sure more vibes will be added as part of the continued development of the game. The next section is social perks. The options to pick from are good at being alone, good at making friends, good at taking care of others, good at romantic relationships, good with family, and good with cooperation. Like I mentioned for the other category, I'm sure more will continue to be added over time. When this feature was first shown off in the Patreon, good at cooperation was not included, so I believe this is still being developed further. Talent is next up. I think it's so funny you can make your character good at nothing.
What do you do successfully? Quickly.
It really speaks to my soul. Anyway, it looks like the categories are Jack of all trades, music, fitness, food, technology, visual arts, and good at nothing. Lifestyle currently lets you pick if your character is vegetarian or not, as well as their sleeping and cleaning habits. Although it's not shown in the video, I believe sleeping habits will include early bird and night owl, and cleaning habits will include sloppy and neat. I do hope in the future we see the inclusion of some negative character traits or character flaws to help spice up some of the characters. Throughout gameplay, there are ways to level up and expand on your character's personality. When Anissa reached her first personality upgrade, she's able to pick from 2 options to expand on her serious vibe, one allowing her to improve skills faster and one that gives a chance of more job upgrade points every workday. I think this is a really neat feature that will allow characters to evolve and develop over time. I love how they have made jobs work. Your characters can only apply for jobs they are qualified for. I believe the jobs themselves are going to be a rabbit hole experience, although it's not super clear from this video. You can enter into the building though, which is exciting. The cafe is very cute. Promotions for the job are not as linear like they were in the Sims games. It seems like you can upgrade aspects of the job through a sort of point system similar to the personality upgrades. I think this can open up a lot of fun ways to play. If the character has an aspiration of being a famous musician, they may not care as much about being promoted in their barista job and find the listening to music while working perk more valuable, being able to raise their music skill during their workday. We see also, after having made friends, the friend is able to offer a new job to the main character. I wonder if certain jobs will be locked behind various characters and interactions, and I wonder if that character actually does work at the high school. It would be a little disappointing if he had an unrelated job and just randomly was able to offer her a position as a music teacher. Paralives have made it super easy to have group conversations and activities. It's a simple drag and select over the characters you want participating. At the bottom here you can see which characters have been selected. Hovering over it, it looks like you can remove them as well. They have all 3 characters do push-ups together, and this one straight up says and dipped. Honestly relatable. It would have been interesting to see if it was something in their traits that made them have that reaction. The together bar has been added to allow your own influence over the conversations. It looks like a lot of factors will influence which together cards you can pick from and what their effects will be. The personality traits you selected for your character affects them. The formal introduction has been unlocked because of the character's serious vibe. The location of your character seems to have an effect on them as well. Anissa is able to apologize for her messy house during a conversation in her home. There are certain cards that have a percentage success rate as well, depending on your current relationship to the character you're talking to. We have not yet seen a needs panel. I am curious if they have decided to take a different approach altogether. There are little pop-ups at the side we see throughout the video telling us when the character is hungry and when they want to shower. I think it's very smart how they have set up the skills section. There are overarching main skills and sub-skills within them. This allows for the game to have a lot of skills without being too cluttered. The main skills will have an effect on the inner sub-skills. The video ends with a very exciting announcement. Early access will be coming sometime in 2025. We are not given an exact date, and
moving the start of early access.
Maybe that's for the best. They have also made a very interesting statement, a little jab at The Sims 4 perhaps. They have chosen not to have any paid DLC in the future. Instead, they will just add free updates to the game. I do wonder how the very small dev team of Paralives will be able to live up to this particular promise. Perhaps they plan to keep their Patreon going even after the release of the game. They could still show sneak peeks and take suggestions for what people want in future updates there. What do you guys think of this new development? And how do you feel about the decision for free updates in the future? I honestly wouldn't have even been mad if they eventually released some paid DLC. I'd be happy to continue supporting a smaller, passionate dev team, but if they are committing themselves to continuing free updates, I won't complain. Let me know your thoughts. Before I end today's video, I just want to say a huge thank you to you guys. You all showed so much support on my last video and left such kind and thoughtful comments. I really wasn't expecting that much love right off the bat. I can't wait to keep making videos for you guys, and I hope to keep fostering our cozy little community. Thank you, and catch you in the next video.